America, listen. 5 months ago, teachers were heroes, and now we are treating them like teachers. It seems our praise for teachers was shorter lived than the flavor in a stick of fruit stripe gum. And I don't get it. People couldn't stop talking about how teachers were overcoming the odds and adapting so well to everything, and then summer passes and suddenly we're complaining about their work ethic and acting like they just don't do anything. You love us, you hate us. You love us, you hate us. Now teachers know what it's like to be M. Night Shyamalan. Even districts were disrespecting teachers. Districts made decisions without teacher input and yet listened to online social media commentary. We live in a world where they're holding the opinion of a Facebook commentator in higher regard than the experience of a trained professional. Imagine if NASA is getting ready to launch and they go to the engine guy and they're like, "Are you good to go?" And he's like, "I don't think so. Looks like a lot of problems, but hey, hold on a second. I just posted my calculations to TikTok. Let's see what they have to say." And the districts just threw the teachers under the bus anyways. Now most of us are doing virtual and physical. And I think they should come through with a physical check and a virtual deposit to pay us for both jobs. Double the work, no extra pay, again catering to everybody but the teacher that has to do the work. Now the public misconception is that teachers don't want to work. Truth is, we never stopped working. Online teachers are prepping many hours beyond what is required of them just to prepare for your students. Just because some aren't in the classroom does not mean that they're not doing their job. Are you going to tell a member of the military, "Well, we would pay you, but you're just training for war. We don't actually give you money until you get shot at"? Which, sadly enough, is also something that teachers have to worry about, by the way. Overall, the amount of work that teachers had to do increased, and yet so did the criticism. The people telling us that they think handling a Zoom classroom full of 30 kids would be easy, for some reason still haven't learned how to crop and properly rotate their Facebook profile picture. Sit this one out, MacGyver. And for some reason, 50% of Americans want the kids back in school, as if the kids somehow won't transmit the virus back to the community. Would you let your dog play in a dog park with a rabid raccoon and then bring him home to your husband? I mean, maybe if you were Carol Baskin, you would. I guess it depends on the husband. Bad example. What I'm trying to make is we want to protect us and you. And ignore the politicians, please. These people are pushing for kids to go back to school, meanwhile taking their own kids out of the school. Are you going to listen to the guy that tells you the water is safe from inside of his shark cage? And don't waste your time arguing online about whether or not we should have masks in the classroom. The last thing a teacher wants to debate is somebody who hasn't seen the inside of a classroom since they dropped out of 9th grade in 1972. So if you spell it collage instead of college, maybe you should see yourself out of the conversation debating what we do in them. Look, the bottom line here is that teachers love their students, they love their community, and they love their fellow staff members, most of them. We just wish that you would start loving us back. Just know that we signed up to teach, not to be the next contestant on Survivor Art Class.